Last year, I earned over $227,000 selling digital products and online courses at Wit & Wire. They're a major reason why I've been able to cut back on one-on-one work, decline partnerships that aren't a perfect fit, and take 12 trips last year, all without sacrificing my quality of life or the quality of my work. I've learned that the key to success is finding the right intersection between your expertise, market demand, and crucially, the right products. And that's why today I'm so excited to share 15 types of digital products that you can sell to earn money online that are in demand and can work for different audience sizes, starting with our first category, which is content templates. Writing anything from a blank page can feel intimidating. That's why starter scripts, content frameworks, and customizable copy templates are such a popular digital product. Not only do you save your buyers time, but you'll also help them create a higher quality result thanks to your experience and expertise. A few examples include social media caption starters, video script frameworks, website copy templates like an about page template, poetry practice prompts, legal agreement templates, or guided meditation scripts. As a quick pro tip, I often recommend building content templates as Google Docs or Google Sheets since they're more editable than PDFs. They're also free to create and use and don't require your buyer to have Microsoft Office. But beyond a starter document, you might also consider selling AI prompts or custom GPTs. This new and fast-growing category of digital products takes content creation one step further by offering fill-in-the-blank prompts to use with AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude. Or you might pre-program a custom GPT to save even more time for your buyers. For this, topics range widely from copywriting prompts to brainstorming prompts, and I expect that this category of digital products in particular will only continue to expand. Next, let's talk about interactive workbooks. This broad category includes any downloadables or templates that guide users through a process or a project. They can be delivered as PDFs, which might be designed to be printable, or digital documents like Google Docs or Google Sheets. A few examples include a printable habit tracker, a customizable meal planning template or nutrition plan, a budgeting spreadsheet, a set of drawing exercises, a printable coloring book, or a series of journal prompts. You might also guide someone through a DIY audit, like a wardrobe audit or a website SEO audit. So you can see that this category is expansive with ideas in any industry. Now, while our first three categories have been interactive or editable, you might also consider selling eBooks. eBooks are read-only documents that range in size and scope from shorter downloadable PDFs through novel-length self-published books. And for solopreneurs, eBooks can help position yourself as an authority or a subject matter expert. A few examples include travel guides, sleep improvement tactics, specialized fitness programs, relationship communication coaching, home organization systems, grief and emotional processing, recipe books, or maybe collections for specialized diets, and I could go on. However, I do have a slightly hot take about eBooks. Although they're a well-known format, unless you're an avid writer, my hunch is that they might take more time and energy to create than many of the previous digital products on our list. And interestingly, I often see templates priced higher than ebooks on the same topic, perhaps because the template is perceived as time-saving and actionable, and that's not always the case, but worth mentioning. On that note, let's talk about our next category, task management templates. This is a great option for digital product creators in many industries because almost everyone wants to save time or get things done more efficiently. To help, you might sell pre-built templates in a software like Airtable, Asana, ClickUp, Notion, or Trello, or you might consider selling printable planning sheets if that's your audience's preference. A few examples include habit trackers, daily, weekly, or monthly planners, social media content calendars, or any preloaded task list for a big project. As a pro tip, I recommend including how-to instructions along with your task management templates. So, for example, if you offer a ClickUp template for Instagram management, I might include a video tutorial that shows buyers how to import the template and then use it. Because not only will this cut down on customer support issues, but you're also more likely to get testimonials from happy customers if they've learned how to use your templates properly. The next category is design templates. These editable starter designs can be built in a range of different tools, although Canva might be the most popular. A few examples include social media graphic templates, YouTube thumbnail templates, presentation templates, resume templates, or a customizable wedding or party invite. You might also consider nicely designed starter documents like client welcome packets or PR media kits, both of which could be designed in Canva or equally in Google Docs or Google Slides. When it comes to selling design templates, or really any templates on our list, you have two options. You can sell them independently through your business, or you can list them on a third-party marketplace like Creative Market or Etsy. Although I usually talk about independent sales, I do think marketplaces can work really well for templates and downloadables, since consumers often go there directly to search for products. And especially for new business owners, marketplaces offer a way to expand your reach by putting your designs in front of new audiences. So I think both approaches have pros and cons and can work well for different businesses. Our next category is a big one, and it's number 7, online courses. An online course includes a series of video lessons, typically grouped into sections or modules, designed to help students reach a specific outcome or goal. It's also common to include workbooks or templates to help students do their work more efficiently. And higher priced programs may also include additional interactive elements like a student community or instructor-led coaching calls. To get more specific, since course creation is my area of expertise, I would actually split this category into 2 distinct course sizes. The first is a mini course. A mini course is a short, bite-sized digital product that helps your ideal buyer complete a specific small project within a few days or weeks, or maybe up to a month at max. They're typically priced between $10 to $100, but I've seen up to $250-ish in different industries, and it varies. A few examples might include a gut health mini course, an Instagram Reels starter course, or an online dating mini course. Mini courses, and really mini products in general, are a great way to break the ice with new buyers. And if you can help them reach this specific mini goal, then that momentum might encourage them to purchase other courses or services from you in the future. On the other hand, the second course size is a signature course. Signatures are designed to help buyers complete a meaningful, multi-phase project, which usually takes around 1 to 3 months to implement. They are often, but not always, an alternative option for an in-demand one-on-one service, and they can provide a more scalable, accessible way to work with you. Although the range varies, signature courses can be priced between $500 to $2,000 or higher. And although this video doesn't focus on the technical side of course creation, I do have a free course creation toolkit at witandwire.com/course toolkit with a side-by-side comparison of my favorite course creation platforms. I'll also include a link in the description. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Wit and Wire for more online business and course creation strategies. A related category is virtual workshops. Unlike courses, which are traditionally pre-recorded, workshops are delivered live remotely via Zoom or a live stream software. And it's customary, but not required, to share a recording post-event with your buyers. I would say, unlike many other digital products, workshops add 2 crucial elements that a lot of buyers crave: accountability to do the work and access to you for Q&A or feedback. That said, in my experience, live workshops can be a great fit for businesses with medium to large-sized audiences, since you do need a critical mass of buyers to make a group event worthwhile. And they're also a way you can test new curriculum and collect feedback. Next, let's talk about audio series. While courses are often video-based, you might also consider an audio-based digital product, like a meditation series or a mindfulness exercise. As a pro tip, audio has the unique advantage of being consumable on the go. So your buyer might listen on a walk or during their commute. And for the right buyer and the right topic, that could be a major selling point. The next category is a big one: subscriptions and memberships. By far the broadest category on our list, I'm defining a subscription as anything that has a recurring monthly or regular fee. And as business owners, we benefit from subscription revenue models because they're recurring and therefore predictable for revenue forecasting. But within this category, there are tons of subcategories like paid newsletters, private podcasts, recurring prompts or content, a peer membership, an asset library, or a course library. In fact, some subscriptions combine 2 or more of those features. So your workload will vary widely based on the type of subscription that you offer. A few smaller scope examples include a monthly industry trend report, or a weekly meal plan or workout routine, or a monthly watercolor project. Those examples don't require a student community, they don't have a course library, and they don't even need a critical mass of buyers to get started. So that makes it easier in the beginning, and you might expand naturally over time based on buyer demand. Since I mentioned an asset library, some of you might also be interested in selling creative assets individually or in bundles. For example, you might sell stock photos or videos, photo editing presets like Lightroom presets, custom fonts, icons, or patterns, or royalty-free music tracks or sound effects. These assets are generally meant to be used by other companies or creators, but artists might also be interested in the next category, which is downloadable art and music. These digital files aren't meant to be changed or edited. And I would think of this category as a way to share your art online in a new way without physical inventory. Examples include printable home decor, like photos or posters, and maybe sheet music or limited edition digital art could fall into this category. But going back to creative assets, a subcategory so large I thought it deserved its own call out is website themes. Website developers can charge premium prices for custom, one-of-a-kind designs. But if you're looking for a more scalable revenue stream, you might also create and sell your own pre-designed templates for WordPress, Squarespace, Showit, or Shopify. With so many businesses and creators in need of websites, that market is huge. So as a quick tip, I think specializing in a platform like Squarespace or an audience like restaurants, or potentially both, could be a huge competitive advantage. It's also noteworthy that selling website themes likely requires your business to provide technical customer support, which is shared by our next category, software and apps. Your interest in software or app development will depend massively on how tech savvy you are, along with how committed you are to customer support and product iteration. But for the right business owner and opportunity, this can be a very lucrative way to earn money online, to help your audience at scale, and the tools needed have never been easier to learn and get started. By the way, if you're curious to learn more about digital products, I also have a free bonus training where you can learn exactly how to use mini products like templates, downloadables, or mini courses to add consistent, scalable revenue to your business. You can visit witandwire.com/mini masterclass to watch for free, and you'll also find a link in the description. I've also included my free course creation toolkit with a comparison of my top course creation platforms and a few other resources. And if this video has been helpful for you, I hope you will give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Wit and Wire for more digital product creation tips. Since you're interested in online business growth, here's another video I think you might enjoy.